Hey there, folks. This is Foggy. Welcome to day 83 of my year of solo board gaming. We are playing Welcome to week, where we're doing all the different varieties of Welcome to. I did make a mistake in the previous game, and some of you may have noticed it at the end. I had two contracts here. One was size 1 estates. The other was a 4 and 3 size 1 estates. I was supposed to have gotten two more size 1 estates to finish the game. And the reason for that is that you cannot reuse housings to complete city plans. So if I use the 6 ones here, I still have to have three more ones on this as well. And I had 7 total, but I still needed to have two more somewhere around to be able to complete the game. So technically speaking, I should have continued playing. I don't think it would have made much difference. The point total between myself and the Alexis player was 41 points or 43 points. So, and I don't think playing a few more rounds would have really made much of a difference. We are playing, so I'm doing one game for each of the variants. We've done all the thematic ones except for zombie, which we've done earlier in the year. We're going to redo this one again, and I've just been trying to read up on some of the rules for this. This is probably my least favorite of the thematic editions. So sorry, Alexis. So sorry, Benoit. It's clunky. It's clunky and it's awkward, and I don't understand it. I don't think I even played it right the first time because I was just reading up on some things, trying to figure out some answers to some questions that have not been answered. So when you do the solo game, you of course take the deck and you divide it into two sized decks, which I've already done. That's right here. You then split one of the decks, so you have 3 decks total. At least that's one way to interpret the rules. The other way to interpret the rules is split this deck into 3 decks, small decks as well, and then the zombies are going to get shuffled into each. The way I'm reading it, I think it's supposed to be Zombie 1, Zombie 2, Zombie 3, and Zombie 3 will be in the largest deck, and then the contracts all go in the largest deck as well. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm playing that right. I'm not sure how I did it the last time. The other mistake I think I made before is that I think I assumed that once it had a number in it, you didn't need a barrier, and you do. The zombies will move and attack the whatever open barrier there is. So you do want to make sure that your houses not only have a number, but they are protecting the barrier as well. And I think you have to do it, again, confusing instructions. Yeah, so apparently you can use the fence action to barricade a house if you are also writing a number in the house at the same time. You cannot just simply barricade any house you want to. So feel free to go back and watch that Welcome to video that I did for zombies, and just let me know what a mistake I made, how horrible I was. And I'm going to try to do this without looking at the deck, which is not going to be easy because I still have 2 more decks to grab over here. So I'm going to look at that. I'm not going to continue to look at it. I'm just going to do a quick shuffle here. I'm going to continue to stare at the camera so I can make you feel uncomfortable. Are you feeling uncomfortable yet? Are you wondering why you're spending so much time watching a gentleman who is over the age of 50 play board games all year long? There's a lot of board games. I mean, really, how many board games are there? Are there even 300 board games? I don't think that there are. I think that there's like 5, and I'm just making all these up. Anyway, so that you know, I am filming a lot of board games today because I have the day off. It is my birthday, and I thought, what better way to spend my birthday than to do a crap load of gaming? So we're going to be doing gaming. You're going to see this shirt a lot. I'm not going to do the whole switching outfits to make you think that I'm recording these on different days. This is all the same day. I have a board game coming as a little birthday present to myself, and that might be a surprise for later on. All right, so there we go. Did not end up with a zombie on top, so yay. Now, all right. We have the 3s here, so I'm going to go ahead and toss that. Originally, I was thinking about just doing the regular solo mode that comes with the game, not the Alexis mode, and then just decided, no, the whole point was that I was going to try to do all 3. Okay, so spend 5 bullets. The way that you can stop zombies is that when you draw a zombie card, you will go ahead and cross off one of these bullets. You'll then take out 1 zombie per street. You'll take out all the zombies, so if it's coming from both directions, you'll take out both those zombies. Otherwise, the zombies will advance to the first house without a barricade, and you'll write a Z inside it. Now, if there's already a number there, you'll just cross off the number, write Z over that. That number is now available for you to use. So if you had an 8, Z, 8 crossed out with a 9 here, the Z comes in, crosses out the 9. You can do 9 here on the barricade one. So let's call this Tallahassee in honor of Zombieland. All right, so first round. And we're already dealing with a zombie. From both directions, too. That's awesome. That's awesome. Nice way to start the game, huh? All right, so let's do this. So we're going to use 1 bullet. And we are going to go ahead and... What street do we want to protect? We need to get a 4, 4, 5, 2, and 2. And I think that's going to be easier if I don't have to worry about this street here. So we're going to go ahead and use the bullet for this street. That does mean that we will lose this here, this here, this here, and this here. We're already dealing with zombies left and right. When you write a house, when you write zombies in, you fill in both sides. Our goal will be try to get one of these bullets down here. All right, so we are also playing up against the Alexis. We're playing level 4. If we beat Alexis, we'll go up to level 5 for the last day. If we don't beat Alexis, we will go down to level 3. Or instead of level 3, we might randomly pick one of the named players. We might do that anyway. We might do one of the named players no matter what. So let's not jump ahead of ourselves. So what do we want to do here? The ones kind of mean nothing to me at this point. And in terms of what I want to give Alexis, I want to give Alexis that right there. I think what I want to do is I want to try to get some of these fences filled in as quickly as I can. I think I have to use the 7. These are rough because you have to you can't do a pool and a fence at the same time. I think we're going to go 7 here, and we're going to protect this house. All right, so that's 7 and 8. That goes into discard. That goes to Alexis. Alexis gets a park. Now we're going to get 10, 10, and 14. Now my inclination here is go ahead and use the real estate so we can get another bullet just in case. I think that's probably my best bet. If I do that, I probably want to do this as a 10. I could also go 10, 10 here and just go ahead and cross that off just to get this out of the way. We've still got some wiggle room. I think I'm actually going to go here. I'm going to go 10, 10. Close that off. I probably should have done the 7 up there. Now that I'm looking at it, if I'd done the 7 up there, that's one street I don't have to worry about. I don't need a bullet for that street anymore. All right, 6, 4, and 7. I think I'm going to follow that exactly, that logic exactly. I'm going to do 7. I'm going to close this off. Zombies can no longer attack my first street. And 4 goes there. And I'm not really focusing on what I'm giving Alexis, which is probably a mistake. 9, 10, and 11. We do want to use bullets as much as we can so that we get this goal here. That's the other thing. I should be thinking about what my goals are before I continue going too crazy. I think I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice this and just fence that off so that we get that. One of the problems will be trying to both protect properties. Yeah, looking at this, I think we go... I think here we're going to go 10. We're going to go 11, and we're going to protect... We're going to go 11 here, since we've already had a lot of 10s come up. We're going to go ahead and get a bullet. Because we do have to start thinking about the fact that we're going to have a bullet that we need to get soon. And I think we need to get a second bullet soon, too, if we want to get all 5 bullets spent. So that gives that a 6. 6, 7, and 4. So we probably want to give them the temp agency. We'll take the 4 and the 7. Except I don't like using bisses, so that's not really going to matter that much. I think we're going to go 4 down here. Can we do that? So let me take a look here. I think if we can do one division here, and that'll create a 5 and a 2, and that's probably my best bet for divvying that up. We can also squeeze a 5 and a 2 out of here, but we can't get a 4 and a 4. So one of the 4s will have to come down here. All right, so I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the 4 here. All right, just planning ahead a little bit. Let's go 4. We won't use this. We'll go with the temp agency. One of the things that I did in my last game against the 4 that really cost me was I gave it way too many gates. Really, really hurt me. These pools are tempting, but it's... Oh, actually, no. We're going to do 5 and pool. That's perfect. We'll give it the park. Another gate. 14, 10, and 6. All right. So for this, I could do... This is going to get really tight if I do it this way. Yeah, I think as much as I'd like to close that off, I'm going to go 14 pool here. Try to aggressively get the 5, 2, and 2. I think that's my best bet for completing a contract. Now, Alexis will complete a contract the first contract we come to. So I have to be careful of that. I don't have any way to close that off, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to complete this 8. Is that really what I want to do? Yeah. 8, and then we're going to get a park out of this. Last time I played, we did not get any parks whatsoever. None. Neither did the opponent. 4, 11, and 6, and I think that is a gimme. We're going to do 11 here. Get the pool. It's yet another pool. So despite the zombie apocalypse, we still have plenty of people who like having pools. I really want to close that 8, though. And now I can. So, oh, actually, what I can do is I can go and get... That's probably a better idea to do it down here, isn't it? No, I'm going to do it up here. I'm going to do 9. Nope, not there, not there, not there. Here. We're going to do it here. Sorry. There we go. That's where I meant to do it. Now we got a 5 and a 2. We just need one more 2 to close things out. All right. 15, 15, and 13. All right. So I think at this point we're going to start thinking about how to get some more bullets. I think we're going to do that on the 4s. We could go 13 and close this off. That's going to help protect this entire... Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 13, and I'm going to close it off. That way we're protected on this last street here. If another one comes up, I can shoot this one. I'll lose that property, but that's it. So we're going to take 15 and 15, and it's going to get this lovely real estate pool. 12, 12. So that is going to be, I think, could go for another pool, but I think I want to get this in here. I want to close this out, and I want to actually do the park. I think, as much as I don't want to give Alexis a pool, I want to get some parks this time. Oh, there's a zombie. All right, so I'm going to use a bullet. That's fun. And the bullet takes out one, and I'm going to lose the other. So I think I'm going to let it take this one down here, and I'll use the bullet up here. So that's done. So I still need to protect these 2 spots here if I want to get that last 2. For now, I've got a 1, 10, and 9. I can do 1 and 10, actually, and go ahead and get this last spot here. So I think I might do that. I could also get this one and then have to do a temp agency to get that as a 1 or a 0 or a 1 bis, and that'll give me my other 2. I think that's what I'm going to do, because that actually puts me close to finishing off that second contract. And I do know that I'm not going to complete this third contract very easily. I need 3 more bullets, and I'm doing nothing to gain more bullets. I've used 2. There's the first contract. Damn it. So they complete the first contract. They're going to get 6 points for that. That is no longer available for me, and we'll go ahead and do a shuffle. But first, I'll go ahead and use this. I don't have any way to get that second contract, which would be nice. It'd be a good way to get that taken care of. But I will go ahead and do use 2 of these to get a 15 to fill this in. And we'll go ahead and mark that as a temp agency. Give them that. And then these are all going to get shuffled. Okay, so the big concern that I have is that I don't want zombies on that middle street there. And I've done nothing to really protect them, and I don't have another bullet. The last one is going to be coming in from one side or the other, so I really just need to get 1 bullet taken care of without getting a zombie. Easier said than done, I think. This way. 9, 9, 4. Garbage. Garbage, garbage. Actually, we'll do 4 and 9. We'll go ahead and close this out. Protect that. And I'm doing a horrible job of keeping an eye on what I'm giving Alexis. I'll be honest. Not a good job. 13. 12 and 5, so we'll go 13 here. We'll go ahead and complete, we'll do this 4, I think. Do the 4 or the 5? We'll do the 4. Whichever one we commit to, that's the one that we need to stay with, since it'll take 2 to complete that. Not getting it this round. 7, 8, 10. So we could do 7 bis, which is not something I normally do, but it would complete that right there. We don't have any way to really. Yeah, let's do 10 pool here, because that'll be nice. Problem is, this is leaving us nowhere to do any sort of like 10, 11, or 12. So we could start to get really, really screwed by this. 8, 12, and 10. So we're going to want to do 8 here, I think. And we're going to go ahead and take that. That'll give us another bullet. So we can at least stop that last zombie. The problem is, unless we get 2 more bullets before then, we're not going to get this goal at all. So our priority really should be stay alive. And that was the 10 that goes back to them. Which is going to be difficult to do, because I've sort of screwed myself out of all the middle, a lot of the middle, like big time out of the middle, unless I do like a rotary somewhere. I could do a rotary here. I mean, they can't infest a rotary, and that would give me the 2. That would give me my second contract already. It really wouldn't help me as far as numbers go, but it would allow me to start. Yeah, I strangely enough like that idea. Probably like it a little bit more than I should. If I did it here, if I did a rotary here, I could do whatever number I wanted to and then fill in that pool. Be a plus. We don't have that many more spaces to fill in either. All right. We're going to go ahead and do that. As radical as that concept is, we're going to fill in that rotary we're going to go ahead and do this as 7 pool. Do we want to give it a park or yeah, we'll give it a park. Fill in that pool. Uh, 8, 10, and 7. We can try for this last zombie thing, but it's going to be difficult. We'll do 7 and we'll do 8. That one, and we'll raise. I guess we'll go for the easiest ones to get the bullets on, which are 2 and 3, even though they're probably not going to do me much good overall. Again, I do not like this version. I feel like there's too many moving parts to it. This is an easy one, 9 and 5, and that completes that. We no longer have to worry about any zombies. There's the third contract, which it does complete. No, that's the second contract. I'm sorry, it doesn't complete the second contract. So that is number 3. It will not complete that. Most likely neither will I. But 14, 6, and 5. I have to. I have to do it this way. I have to go 6. Fence. I complete contract number 2. That's done. So that was 6 and fence, and it keeps the 5. Fence, fence, and 1. So the problem is I don't really have any numbers, any place where I can put the numbers, do I? Because I either need a 15 up here, 14, 15 here, 14 here, or 1 and abyss there. So I am going to have to just simply, I'm going to give it this 1, and I'm going to take a permanent refusal. And I'm probably going to end up, so it does lose 5 points for permanent refusals on this, which is kind of funny. 2, 15, and 11, so that's a huge plus. We'll do the 15 up here, since that is, we'll have a little bit more leeway there. I still need a 4 somewhere, and I may as well, I'm going to do a line here, and then if I have to, I will either do a line here, provided I can, or I will complete that. Probably more likely, oh, there's a 14. There's a 14. I will take that. I will hold out hope that I can still fill that in with a 14. Even though I'm probably better off sacrificing that last pool. If I do 14 and a fence, I can go ahead and complete this contract. I'm definitely not completing that contract. That contract is gone and done. Barrier. I got my 4s. So I get 3 for that. Turn that over. That's, and it keeps a fence. And then we're going to do abyss, 8 and 6, which I can do nothing with. So I'm going to take another permanent refusal. And if I get one more permanent refusal, game is over. 4, 9, 3. So this would allow me to get this down to a 2, which is not enough. I can't get this up high enough. I could do a roundabout, but that still doesn't allow me to put anything in, so that is my last permanent refusal, and game is over. Okay, so I think that's what happened with the last one too, as I just simply, I ran out of time to get things done. This one we didn't even get the 3rd zombie, so that was kind of funny. We'll go ahead and get these all out of the way. Nor did we get the 3rd contract card from the Alexis. That's a plus. They don't get anything for that last contract. I am hoping it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. Why did I just do it that way? That was stupid. So the last cards I was looking at, which would be 9, 4, and 3. Okay, these were my discards. I don't know why I just did it like that. I just nearly screwed up the entire game. All right, so let's see how big these estates are. These are going to be big estates too. Like, it's going to get a lot of points for those. It has 2 estates. It has 2 estates. It's scoring for all the cards. Okay, so for contracts, I get 13 points and it gets 6. For parks, I get a whopping 4 points, and it gets 2 points per park. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 points. Crushed me there. Nothing for pools, and I get 21 points for pools. I got 1 temp agency. It gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it gets 12 points for the temp agency, and I get 4 points. Because I do actually, if I did not get any temp agencies, I would not have scored for temp agencies at all. I would just get a 0. Now we'll figure out the rest of this. For gates, for fences, it gets 6 points. I only gave it 2 fences. For estates, obviously this is where it's gonna hurt. Each of these bisses count as 2. Fortunately, there's only 1 bis. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to get 22 points for that one. And it's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 28 for that one. And then that's it. Those are the only 2 estates that it has. It gets 1. I don't worry about that for the bis for that. And I get 0, so there's nothing there. And then in terms of negatives, it gets -5 for permit refusals, and I get -8 for 1 roundabout and a permit refusal. Finally, I count up the size of the estates that I have. I have a, let's see, that's a 5, that's a 2, that's a 1. Let's count out the 1s first. I got 2 1s. For 6 total. I have 2 2s for 6 total. I have no 3s. I have 3 4s for 18 total. I have 1 5 for 5 total. All right, so I'm pretty sure that Alexis beat me, but let's just find out. 17, 38, 42, 48, 54, 62, 67, 75. Compare that to the scores that I've been getting all week. 6, 26, 38, 44, 66, 94, 89. Did I just add the 8? I think I just added the 8 points for that. 13, 17, 38, 42, 48, 54, 72, 77. Get 69 this time. I can add things. All right, so it crushed me by 20 points. 69 to 89. Don't say nice. Anyway, that is the zombie edition. We'll be back tomorrow to wrap things up with the regular edition. So unlike the rest of the week where we've been going up and down, I finally would have ended up on 3. But since we played 3 a number of times this week, we're going to play up against Alex, Ben, Ann, or Alan. We're going to let fate decide that. Until tomorrow, ciao.